Hello and welcome to game number 1 of this losers bracket finals for the Ritmix Russian Dota 2 League. We've got ourselves a match between No Tidehunter and virtus.pro. And this is the losers bracket final, so before we do anything, let's just quickly jump ourselves over to the brackets, because here we see already that Dignitas is the team that yesterday won versus virtus.pro in a nice best out of 3 series, if I may say so. It was a really enjoyable series. virtus.pro, they got dropped down to face once again the team that they knocked down to losers bracket earlier in the brackets, as we see the losers bracket where we see indeed No Tidehunter beating Mousesports to get to the place where, and Liquid as well, to get to the place where they are right now. And No Tidehunter taking up the winners, of course, of the defense finals yesterday. It's gonna be one tough match for them, but then again, we have seen No Tidehunter pull off some crazy stuff as well, so we are in for a wild ride, or at least that's what I'm hoping for, as it is a best out of 3. Winner of this will face up against Dignitas, which will be a best out of 5. And yeah, we are gonna be seeing. Sorry, it's still slightly distracted because, of course, I mean, a lot of you people were still expecting Toby to cast this, as he was expecting that as well, but he didn't take the time difference into consideration. So he is late. He'll probably be jumping in for game number 2, though. So just so you are aware of that one, also for people inside Dota TV, you can check him out in the next game probably. Unless there's going to be a remake after the draft, in which case he will have to be very fast to get to his studio, because he's not at his studio right now. Anyways, game time. No Tidehunter, Radiant side, virtus.pro, Dire side, Nyx Assassin in the pool, and Bad Rider, Wisp, Lundrud, and Chen getting banned out. No Tidehunter therefore securing the Keeper of Light and the Nature's Prophet, already also setting up for a possible Lifestealer pick, as we know that No Tidehunter likes to run Lifestealer on an... well, on a suicide solo lane and sometimes aggressive trial lane, but at least on that long lane. So we're gonna see if they actually get the chance to do that, as virtus.pro of course has got their hands on the draft right now, and they already got a Nyx Assassin. Basically anything can go well together with a Nyx Assassin. Remaining. And we'll see
5 seconds.
We'll see a Darkseer. That's what we'll see. So strong control in that, and I mean, I have to say, like, Nyx Assassin, the Nature's Prophet and a Keeper of Light already there, that's 2 targets that he can fairly easily pick up if he gets a fast level 6, so we might actually see virtus.pro put in that Nyx in the mid lane, as we know that they have sometimes done that, but I guess we'll find out. Time will tell, as always. I think I say that way too often, but it's always true, that's the point, right? We're gonna be seeing virtus.pro thinking about the ban. By the way, again, like I said, oh well, I didn't say that yet, but I don't have a co-caster for right now, unfortunately. I tried for a couple of people, but it's fairly early, and of course it's Easter, so a lot of people are spending times with their family, etc. So, for at least for game number 1, maybe I'm gonna get a still reply on Skype for game number 2 or possibly 3. Hopefully, still get someone in here, but for now, no can do, as we have a Rubik pickup.
Radiant team pick.
I'm quite surprised that virtus.pro doesn't pick up any carry so far, just going for pure control. Like, these 3 heroes, they scream control. And the Phantom Lancer gets through. No Tidehunter. The team that we've seen beat Keeper of Light Phantom Lancer combinations time and time again is gonna pick up the Keeper of Light and the Phantom Lancer. Let's see if virtus.pro actually has enough control to deal with that one. I mean, their mid game has to be really superb, and they have to execute it with perfection if they want to be able to, well, to get the win in before the time bomb goes off, which is basically the Phantom Lancer. As virtus.pro, they pick themselves, ban themselves out the Queen of Pain. We of course have got no real strong solo mid hero yet for either team, apart from maybe a Nyx Assassin. But virtus.pro, by banning out those mid heroes and them being the second pick, it actually makes me think that the Nyx might indeed be going mid, just to rule out heroes that they don't want to be facing again. We still have the Magnus in the pool though, like that's still a strong mid to be up against. As we have got No Tidehunter banning out some carries, that's no surprise, because that is going to be the one that virtus.pro is still lacking. Gyrocopter, Lifestealer, and possibly Luna as well. And there goes the Magnus to out of the pool. And this is a Weaver that virtus.pro has played quite often, actually. We've seen him playing that twice yesterday. Once in the Russian Dota 2 League yesterday up against Dignitas, the game that they actually won from the best out of 3, and yesterday also against virtus.pro. Sorry, again, they are virtus.pro against Fnatic in the defense finals. As virtus.pro thinking about a ban, about a pick. If they want to go for Nyx mid, they should probably pick up the carry right now to just surprise No Tidehunter with the mid hero or mid pick. Unless they have got someone in mind that they really want to have, like a Storm Spirit, which would in theory counter the Nature's Prophet. But do you want to have a Storm Spirit when you already have got that Phantom Lancer, which, I mean, fairly easy to pick him off, and you know, if he gets a Diffuser Blade, his mana will be burned in no time. And having a Lion pick up now with virtus.pro, that's definitely gonna be a Nyx Assassin solo mid, so he's gonna get that level 6 up real fast, and they are gonna try to get that mid-game dominance as high as possible to make sure that Phantom Lancer does not have a chance to get his foot in the door. But No Tidehunter, they don't really need to fight. They really don't.
10 seconds
they could
remaining.
Actually very well just turtle with the Keeper of the Light, split push with both the Phantom Lancer and the Nature's Prophet, and I mean, in theory, they're done with that. They just need to survive the laning stage without that many scratches. And let's see what they're going to be picking up for that. We still have a lot of supports in the pool, so we're probably going to see a Shadow Demon or something with the Keeper of Light and the Phantom Lancer there. As yeah, you can just, of course, I mean, it makes for a safe trial lane. He is a savior with the disruption. But then again, there's so many other supports, and they actually pick up a Night Stalker first. So I was talking about surviving the laning stage. Well, Night Stalker is a hero that also needs to survive that laning stage, but now that he knows that he's up against the Nyx Assassin, he can actually, he knows that he can take on that mid lane. Like, that's no problem. That's no problem at all. And he is gonna be the one to at level 6 to roam around and trying to stop virtus.pro from doing anything rash before that Phantom Lancer is big enough to help with the fights. But Spectre is picked up. We saw a Spectre pick up, and that was from No Tidehunter on
10 seconds
Friday with the game that they had versus Team Liquid that they beat
5
in the
seconds
losers
remaining.
bracket for this tournament. And I think that was actually the pickup that they did against the Phantom Lancer Keeper of Light. So they just have their own medicine being tried against them. Their medicine for the Phantom Lancer is going to be the Spectre, and they're going to have to deal with it. Let's see how No Tidehunter is going to be dealing with that. And we see them using their bonus time for this. No surprise. How are you dealing with the Spectre? Well, you were the one who thought about it anyway. Let's see for a second if there's going to be a remake after the draft. Oh, that chat. I'm sorry, I'm just checking the admin chat, seeing if there's gonna be any changes. Not yet. It's just Toby being pissed off that he missed out on the game. I can't blame him though, because you know it's a Spectre versus a Keeper of Light. I kind of like this. Like if Spectre indeed wins this match again, that's twice. And for me, for my casting, that's 100% success rate for a Spectre against a Phantom Lancer Keeper of Light combination, and we might see that more often then, and that means also that maybe the reign of terror of the Phantom Lancer color combination is over. Who knows? Who knows? Windrunner, by the way, is pick up for No Tidehunter, so they're going to be sending the Nature's Prophet into the jungle, most likely, and then we just have Windrunner on the solo lane. On the suicide lane, though, the kill potential on that suicide lane is quite high, to be fair. I mean, they've got themselves a double stun to deal with Impales all over, because Impales and Earthspike, I mean, I'm gonna say that in advance, I'm gonna be calling Impales and Earthspike Impales, because they look the same, and they look about the same, and they come from different heroes, but you'll know what I mean. You can just call it a stun. But yeah, you have got yourselves double stun and telekinesis as well, so actually with Nyx probably going to the mid lane, gonna be double stun, still telekinesis and Earthspike. And then you also have got yourself a Spectre that actually, I mean, not really that big of an aggressive hero early game, but still can throw out quite a bit of damage. And most of the damage on the lane, apart from the harassment that you can throw out with a couple of the spells. But most of the harassment comes from the attacks that you do. And Spectre, she's quite decent with that, and she'll probably be having a bit of extra help with the iron branches. No, nothing else, just iron branches. Let's see though. Let's see who's gonna be playing what. So we have Airman or Illidan playing the Spectre. No surprise there. It is gonna be NS on his Rubik with Smile playing the Lion, and that would mean that this is Tamar Wild or Crazy as 55 on the Nyx Assassin with KSI last one on the Darkseer. Everybody going top. Apart from everybody of No Tidehunter. There's only 2 going top so far, as we see No Tidehunter having Aki on his Keeper of Light, EGM on the Windrunner, as he actually has been playing that as a support for a lot of the time. So maybe I should have seen this coming, with Nature's Prophet still going to the jungle / top lane, and then EGM just on the Windrunner as support. And the thing about a Windrunner support is that she can turn herself into just a utility hero, but later on in the game, if the game indeed goes late, she'll be just as big of a menace as she normally would be if she would have been on the safe lane, suicide lane rather. But Power Shot as a counter pusher, Shackle to control, might not be a Shadow Demon, but still a nice control if indeed he gets that Shackle off. And she can just spam power shots because there is going to be Chakra magic, so that's all fine. And that's going to be Loda, of course, on the Phantom Lancer. We're going to be jumping ourselves to the mid lane where we see S4 preparing in 4 mid against Tamar Wild on the Night Stalker, and on the, well, jungle / top lane we're going to see Bulldog playing the Nature's Prophet. And that's going to be No Tidehunter. Actually, might be looking for an aggressive trialing here. They place a Sentry Ward, gonna already counter that one, have their own ward up on the high ground. And this is indeed an aggressive trial lane. Now, normally you don't see a Phantom Lancer on an aggressive trial lane. Very, very simple reason, because, you know, he wants to farm. He wants to just, you know, be left alone. So he's normally being put on a safe trial lane. But if you know that you got late game, probably with a Phantom Lancer, and you know that you don't want to let that Spectre free farm, because Spectre will also be a very big impact later on in the game, you might as well put it on the aggressive trial lane, especially if you got yourself a Chakra magic with that. So we're gonna see how this lane is gonna go, because it should be a fairly interesting lane. I already said there's 2 disables up on virtus.pro, so it will be very tough to deal with for No Tide, as their only disable is basically the Shackle. Wow, some in-game lag going on here, but in-game Shackle or Windrunner Shackle is basically the only real disable that they have. They do have a lot of high nuke though, and that is going to be helping them out quite a bit, as that's the one that they've got to take the advantage with.
That is not yours.
I guess the nuke with the Illuminate and the Lance are going to be it's going to be quite a lot to deal, especially if you're going to be having that against the Lion, who's one of the most squishy heroes at the early game. As we have got in the meantime, it's the S4 who's got himself a bottle already. Will be getting that one, and will be there for getting a bit of more secure mid lane going, as he is 5 for 3 with Tamar Wild being on 2 for 3. Though that's sad, Tamar Wild is the one hero that's here for levels. S4 also, you know, you want to get as much farm as you can, but it's not really necessary for neither of these actually. As we have got Airman, Trouble, gets himself Lances, Telekinesis, and EGM, and there's the Impale as well. Windrunner was just in time. He's gonna be able to get himself away. Loda still pounding a bit on Smile, and might actually be able to throw out another Lance, might be able to pick up the kill. And is it gonna be the first blood? Yes, it is! Aki picks it up, and that is gonna be first blood on the board. Aggressive trialing for No Tidehunter, working out. And a TP back is already there. Let's see if they can take something off the back of that, or if they're still gonna be that aggressive, or if they just want to continue keeping it safe and just continue to farm a bit, getting a bit more levels. As Aki getting the first blood, nicely done. The courier not upgraded yet. Actually, Aki could do that if he wants to right now, but he could also buy himself some boots, as he for now hasn't spent the gold just yet. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, I really want to check out the bottom lane if there's not going to be any aggression there. Yeah, because bottom lane is KSI. He is just tower skipping these creeps. Bulldog is going to be okay. He can use his Treants to tank, and is forced to tank a bit of himself by himself as well. I mean, that's, you know, you can't really avoid that, but he's got himself a Ring of Priscilla, so he will be able to just be fine with that and get his levels. At the same time, it is going to be a double damage rune for the Nyx Assassin. Tamar Wild gonna be able to throw out some big harassment with that if he actually gets a hit off, and that's something that is of course fairly difficult to do when you are on the on melee versus melee lane. With still so many creeps around. In the meantime, top lane is going to be the one where we want to be spending most of our time, as we do see that Aki level 3 got him level 2 of Chakra Magic. Loda going to be able to continuously throw out the harassment. The question is, where are they going to throw the harassment at? Like, we've seen that Airman has been getting a lot of harassment, is now out of regen. We see also Smile out of regen. There's still 3 tangos up on an S. But, like, you can try to just continue throwing it at Lion, because he is just a very squishy hero, and that's indeed what they are gonna be doing. Power shot, gonna miss, but the Illuminate still hits. Doesn't matter though, TP in from Bulldog. Can't get the kill though, I think. Really, he's gonna go into the jungle for this one. He's gonna get blocked in by Airman, and S is gonna be the one to go down on the first one. Power shot, misses Smile, doesn't matter. Bulldog gets the last hit in. Now Airman gonna try to run himself through the forest. At least he has an escape with his dagger. Lucky him. Where is he gonna go now, though? They know that he is still in there somewhere, but they don't have mana. Need Chakra Magic for EGM, and he might be able to do something, but they don't know it. And TP incoming again, so they're not gonna be risking that one. As we do have a regen, level 5. Okay, we're waiting for the 6-minute mark for the Night Stalker to get his nighttime, and of course for the level 6 for the Nyx Assassin to try and make a difference on the top lane, perhaps. But that is 3 kills going away of no tide, and the lucky thing, of course, of virtus.pro is that Airman hasn't died yet. The unlucky thing is, he hasn't died yet. He didn't die in that lane. So he has to walk his way back. And that's actually hurting him more than dying and going back again. Well, at least experience-wise, for sure. He can't get any last hits for now anyway, because he couldn't really get close. But as you can see, I mean, his support's already back on the lane, and they're actually getting something done soon with these neutrals here. But his himself... He has to walk all the way, and he's gonna be able to TP back soon anyway. But you know, it's a small difference. But these small, slight differences can make a big difference later on in the game. As almost level 6. I'm just waiting for it to happen, and then who is he gonna go for? I guess he's gonna try to help out top, because top is where the help is needed. No Tidehunter is dominating the aggressive trial there right now, as the supports also got a bit harassed by the Illuminate. Even though it's only level 1, I mean, that kind of helps him a bit, I guess. But it is gonna be. It's gonna be higher level very soon, because he is level 3 in a bit already. Power shots, look at that harassment. They just want to go for this, and they can have Bulldog again coming there towards the top lane. He has got his level 6, so he has got his ultimate to help out as well. So if they go again and virtus.pro is not ready, that might be just turning into a triple kill, unless Airman can get himself away again with a dagger, which is probably gonna be the case. Sentry ward being placed, but there's no ward here for no Tidehunter. They're playing blind. They are playing absolutely blind, and they're gonna be able to push the lane in once more.
Dire's top
they see
tower
Smile.
is under attack.
Question is, can they get it? No Shackle just backed yet by EGM. He just went for survivability and nuke. So just the aggressive build, one might say, as we do have the NS just guarding the illusion rune, and that is gonna be level 6 up on the Nyx. No ward up there for no tide, so they will be well, surprised by him, even though I say that, well, they only have 1 to go back, but they should realize now that it's an illusion. And we also have the Night Stalker going towards the bottom lane, by the way, but he couldn't get anything done. KSI was able to get himself away, as we do have NS getting the kill. It is Nyx that came in, indeed. We saw him rotating. I shouldn't check with that when I know that someone else is rotating. S4 also rotating. Nighttime, Illuminate flying through. That's gonna be already Airman. So much trouble. Running himself away. One more hit about to go from dying, and there he goes. Bulldog picking it up. And now it is gonna be Tamar. Wow, that's a double kill for Bulldog, and that is a 1-for-2 trade with the 2 most important heroes for virtus.pro picked up. Be that the solo mid and the carry picked up by Bulldog, both of them. And they only were able to pick up a support Windrunner, who's already back alive. He's got some boots, he's got a shackle, she's just happy, she's just fine. And they're gonna be able to push the tower with this as well. So even though you think like Phantom Lancer, late game, he can do that. Well, early game from no Tidehunter already very aggressive as well, as they're gonna be trying to go for an S. There's the slow. Is there gonna be enough? There is, I don't think so. Especially not with Smile hanging around there. Sprout up, the TP came, the shackle comes, and that is gonna be a spike carapace to help him stay alive, and Impale hits still up on Bulldog. Power shot doesn't hit, EGM walking himself away, and Bulldog TPing himself out. Will be turned into a frog person, will be indeed going down. Iron Shell helping out, but the right click from Tamar Wild gets the last hit. Now KSI looking for a kill. Not gonna be able to find EGM, and the rest is gonna TP themselves into safety. And that is gonna be only 1 death more on no Tidehunter with again virtus.pro. They used all 5 heroes for that in the meantime. Loda actually managed to TP himself towards the bottom lane there and decided, hey, you know what? I'm actually a late game carry. What am I doing on this top lane? I'm gonna go bottom because there's free from there. Can't pass out on that one. Still nighttime, by the way. S4 having a good first nighttime, even though he didn't get any kills for himself. He got 2 assists. Not doing too bad for that one, and is gonna be able to just dominate mid lane with that one, because actually Nyx went down one. So even though he got 2 last hits on the kills, I mean both of the kills went his way. That's all nice and stuff. This mid lane is kind of taken over by S4, especially since it's nighttime. Maybe in daytime we're gonna see Tamer Wild maybe a bit more active again, but for now in the mid lane at least he's not gonna be active. However, that doesn't mean he's not going to be active anywhere else, because he is a Nyx assassin and he needs to be aggressive right now. He needs to get that dominance, because this, in theory, would be the time where virtus.pro would scout out ahead, would pop up ahead, would dominate the mid game, and then hopefully have enough advantage to take on the late game when they are facing a Phantom Lancer. And now I do know they have a Spectre, so they've got some late game insurance, but still, this is the time for them to take some control of the game, and let's see if they can do it with killing Aki, as he is only level 4. Hanging around his tower, so we'll be seeing the aggression coming. Can't do anything against it though, and we'll be going down at the same time though. Night Stalker picks himself up with his own support, and another one as well. And the last hit, Bulldog just coming in to snipe out that one.
Green, I see.
And that is gonna be the Lion, of course, the first one to drop S4's first kill of the game. And that is gonna be 2 supports for 1 support. Not really worth it. They don't get anything off the back of it though. Neither do. No towers going down on the middle or bot lane after those kills. Of course, we still had the tower top going down, so that was the first tower. And Loda thinking, why are all these people bottom? I'm gonna farm top. You know, he is really transforming into right now the carry kind of Phantom Lancer rather than the aggressive tri-lane Phantom Lancer. And with the levels that he can do this without really any worries. And he has got his escape. He doesn't have to worry yet about dust, because right now virtus.pro is too busy caring about other things, as we are gonna be seeing him relocate bottom. Aki, you're dead. Or is he? TP in. S4 gonna be going for Tamer Wild. Aki gonna be landing 1 Illuminate before he drops, but drop he shall. Impale hitting S4. Gonna be able to not stop the TP from going off. The Impale lasted long enough. In the meantime, EGM finds himself a support. Oh, a support with a level 6 Finger of Death. That is gonna be EGM going down. Nice kill for Snarl. And 2 pickups for virtus.pro in a very short period of time without getting anything in return for it, as in without trading. Like, they got 2 kills and nobody died on their side. That's gotta be a first. So we're gonna be seeing virtus.pro finally having that, and again, nothing in return for it. Tier 1 tower still standing. Oh, S4 trouble, impales, and that is gonna be S4 going down. The vendetta of Tamer Wild. Very short cooldown, of course, is enough to help out with that kill, as EGM comes mid to take some experience. In the meantime, this is no challenger's time to play it safe right now, because like I said, I mean, in theory, this is the time when virtus.pro should dominate, and they're starting to. They got their levels, and they are rotating now as aggressively as no Tidehunter does, and that is something that's showing. That is definitely showing. Let's see what these people are all building, because with all these kills going on, actually, wow. Bulldog, the one that's come in to snipe 4 of the 7 kills of no Tidehunter, has got himself a hand of Midas, pulling himself ahead with the net worth. Look at the difference. It's 1k difference between him and the main carry, who has been focusing on farming for a while now. Has got himself some treads and 1k gold. We see second highest, it is Loda, who's got himself drums, 700 gold. Not really spectacular, or, you know, nothing really interesting yet. The question is, what is he gonna go for? Is he gonna go for that Yasha first, what we see a lot of people go for, or does he want to go for that Diffusal Blade? Depending on how fast he thinks he is forced to fight, it's probably gonna be the one that he is gonna let that rely on. As we see, second highest, the highest for virtus.pro is actually their offlaner, and that's trouble for virtus.pro. Not that KSI is doing okay, because KSI is doing okay. I mean, he had a fairly easy lane, I guess, but with all the rotations, I mean, he hasn't died yet. He's got 2 assists. He's doing okay for himself, and gonna be going for a mechanism, as we see the vendetta up on Tamer. Well, let's see who's gonna find it. Is he gonna be able to kill off Bulldog? I don't really think so. He's not gonna go for oh, yes he is. Yes he is. Let's see what he can do there. There goes the vendetta, and the impale, and the haunt. Hello, Airman. comes in to snipe the kill. Nicely done for him, and that is gonna be the kind of kills that you would want to have when you are a Spectre. Just hunt yourself in, ready to take down any time that otherwise Team Wild would get a kill. And now they have 4 heroes in the mid lane. Maybe looking to push his daytime as well. Don't have an H Prophet to deal with, and they're gonna go for EDM first. Dagger hits. There goes the Void Seal, trying to slow him down, but the Impale is there, and that's gonna be another kill going the way of Airman.
Radiant's top tower is under
S4
attack.
popping darkness still, but can't really get anything done here. But then again, there is no tower that goes down. They can't push it. Whoa! That was Nature's Prophet ultimating through, and the TP out. That was just the edge of that ward that scouted him out. Pretty damn painful, but not enough to get a kill, unfortunately, for Bulldog. As he's gonna go for a Shadow Blade. Shadow Amulet first. Survivability. Next time there comes someone for him, he can just pop a Shadow Amulet and should be able to stay alive. Well, I'm not too sure about that. There are, of course, a lot of AoE stuns and stuff, so I guess we'll wait and see.
Uproot and after that.
We'll be seeing Keza having indeed his mechanism complete. We still see the Nick second highest for his team. He's got 1400 gold. Is he gonna go for that Blink Dagger first is the question. I think he might be. I mean, if you know that you have to be aggressive, then why not go for ultra aggressive? He pops his Vendetta. He's gonna be walking past the center ward if he tries to go mid though. But maybe he's gonna try to go for Bulldog again, who this time has a DD rune, but I don't think he really cares. There is a no haunt this time though. 12 seconds for that to be up again. Still hanging around. It's gonna be a line that already comes in for this. Backs himself off, and now that he was there and actually being fairly aggressive, I think that no Tidehunter realizes that there is a Nyx Assassin around there. Nyx Assassin's Vendetta actually already ran out, so he is going to be going towards the bottom lane, where we also see Loda just getting recalled back towards the middle lane to get some farm there. Meantime, the gold graph is going slightly in favor of no Tidehunter, with 3k gold in favor at 15 minutes, and being 1 tower in favor, the gold difference is really not that much. Even though it might be bigger if they indeed pick up this tower. Looks like they would trade it though. Yep. Tier 1 tower going down on the bottom lane, and it looks like the tier 1 middle is gonna be defended by virtus.pro, Iron Shell helping out. And there were 5 heroes of no Tidehunter hanging around here, and that means that they just wasted quite a bit of time for that possible push in. I guess they forced out a lot of movement from virtus.pro as well, but still interesting, as we have got some awkward graphical lag. Looked like that. Oh wells. Experience graph was one that I was going to check out afterwards, and we see the difference barely none. Like 1500 experience is nothing at this level. That's of course because the kills are very even, though notable it is it's slightly in favor of no Tidehunter, and that's of course because of the laning difference. I mean, the middle lane went okay for them, top lane went okay for them. And Nature's Prophet, Hand of Midas, that's definitely also helping them pull ahead, because there is no Hand of Midas on the side of virtus.pro, and it looks like nobody is really wanting to have that either. We have got Face Boots and Drums up on Spectre. I guess it can be kind of compared to Phantom Lance's farm in this case, as he's got himself... Ooh, am I there? He's got himself Face Boots and Drums as well. Well, Face Boots, Tranquil Boots and Drums. Maybe almost the same. Level wise though, I mean, you see the difference right here. You see the difference. Nature's Prophet, he's just pulling ahead, like, no questions asked. Been coming in for most of the kills. If he's not got an assist, he was actually there still to get the experience. And with the Hand of Midas, just pulling ahead real fast. And 2 levels higher than the highest level on virtus.pro, who is their offlaner. And Spectre Pharma is still 1400 gold behind the Phantom Lancer. Which is not all towers. That's definitely not all towers.
Illusion.
Oh, not sure what that is. And no Tidehunter there. They think they're happy with the way things are going. They're actually going to try to get a kill here. Lance is going to hit. Loda coming in for that one, but there will be Deca. Like he'll be forced back. And there's actually a TP incoming from the Nyx. Nyx rather. There's no Nyx in this game. But Loda is already backing off, so he's already just fine. He was gonna go for it. He has got a Vendetta again, but can't really go for it, unfortunately for him. It is daytime though, as 4 is gonna be going back to farming. He has his armlet complete right now. will definitely be a help as Bulldog could use his farm. It's got a Shadow Blade. He is the one doing best of all right now, and like I said, no Tidehunter. They're happy with the way things are going. They'll just farm. They realize, you know what, we have a Phantom Lancer, we're gonna do fine, and we don't really need to shut down that Spectre for now. I mean, they shut him down already a bit, and that should be enough for them to get the late game going. As we have actually a Gem of Truth set up on our side to be able to scout out the Doppelwalk, and they're gonna try to find him, find the Phantom Lancer, that is, because they have smoked up. They've got the double disable right here. They know the real one is around there. There he is. Just need to find it. There they see him. Oh, they found the wrong one, and the Hex was on the wrong one. Impale still hits, and the Finger of Death. Killing spree for Smile. With the Hex on the illusion. Nothing but a decoy. Nothing but a decoy. And actually, Iloda, he just set himself there in the jungle, like, trying to hide. Well, there rather. Whoops. Got himself locked in. He couldn't even try to run, even if he wanted to. A Blink Dagger indeed going to be the item of choice for the Nyx Assassin, so he'll be able to be a lot more aggressive with that, as it's probably something that we're going to be seeing up online as well, as he'll want to have that one for himself and for his own initiation, because that is just something what you want to do. You want to be aggressive versus this team, because you can't really sit and wait because there's a Phantom Lancer on the board. So aggression is the name of the game. Just a reminder of everybody, this is game number 1 of the losers bracket finals. That's right. A winner of this game will be going up in the grand finals up against Dignitas, and that will be happening later today. This is, like I said, game number 1. Game number 2, by the way, for all you people that are wondering why Toby's not streaming as well. You know, time difference and tournament times being scheduled at times that he didn't check Skype made him late for an hour, so he'll be probably joining in the next matchup unless he decided to not be there anymore for the entire series. But at least he'll be still at least cast in the finals, and maybe still the game that happens after this one, and game number 3 also if needed. The time of the finals, by the way, for this matchup is going to be either 1800 or 1900 CEST time, which is summertime, because there is, of course, like I said, there is a time difference right now. Since yesterday we went 1 hour forward. We have 1 hour less sleep, unfortunately for us. But it depends on who wins, basically. If no Tidehunter wins, they will be playing at 1800 CEST time. If virtus.pro wins, they will be playing at 1900 CEST time. It's basically dependent on other tournaments that these teams have to play, because there's a lot of other tournaments out there, as we have got smokes up for virtus.pro and for no Tidehunter. We now see them roaming towards each other. Finally, they find each other from the high ground, though. It is no Tidehunter that sees him, even though the ward already scouted Aki as well. There's the Haunt to initiate in. It is gonna be already 2 down, or at least 2 controlled vacuum in. EGM and S4 go down. Aki trying to do what he can, gets picked up. That's a double kill for KSI, and it's gonna be a Loda running himself out of that place, just like Bulldog does. The control, I said it with the first 3 pickups of no Tidehunter. Impales, Earth spikes, vacuums, telekinesis. Even though Rubik still died, he died at the end of that Nature's Prophet. Why not, right? Bulldog, he's just getting all the kills anyway, so why not that one? The control was just, it was just too much. Vacuum into the Earth Spike or Impale, whichever it was a good one, and that is gonna be 2 kills on the board, and virtus.pro is gonna be getting their second tower of the game with that, or should be, unless these 2 incredibly strong counter push heroes might be able to do something against it. The TP comes in, S4, he's not gonna back up, he's silenced up on Tema. Wild Parcel's going through, Vacuum McKin trying to slow him down. He's got no mercy though, but now he has to run. Mechanism trying to help out, drone charge activated, nice shackle for BGM, power shot to go through. Airman getting silenced, getting surged up though, will be able to get himself away. Vendetta up on the Nyx, up on the Nyx Assassin, looking for EGM, might be able to do something with it. Einshell helping out, and Impale as well. Do they have enough damage? One more mana burn would do the job. The Vacuum would do the job as well. KSI getting another kill for himself, and that is gonna be no Tidehunter showing some aggression that they probably will regret, even though they still keep their tower. But you know that the tower is gonna drop at some point anyway. So maybe it would have been worth keeping the tower, but it really depends, as Bulldog uses his Shadow Blade to find a nest in the right position to go for him. There he goes. Look at that damage. Level 14 versus the level 8. Sprout up, and that is going to be a nest going down. Nice pickup, and that's just a level. Now he's level 15. How far is he ahead? He is still 2 levels ahead of the highest of virtus.pro, but look at that difference. Like, yeah, it's Darkseer, it's great. He needs that because he needs that wall for control, as we already knew. So we already said he picked up a Vanguard, by the way, more survivability. But both the Nyx Assassin and the Spectre still level 12, and this is Hand of Midas really doing everything, and of course the potential of being an every kill, basically. Okay, I obliged to the chat. I will switch to the stats a bit more, trying to keep that going. They're gonna go in for this one. They're gonna go towards the mid lane. Aki is gonna be the one to drop. That's gonna be Airman picking up a kill. Here comes S4 Lord TPing in. There goes the Void. It is gonna be a stun up on EGM though. Silence up. Oh, almost a death there for EGM, but that's still gonna be alive. Another Earth Spike going down. Now it's gonna be Bulldog's job to come into the fight. Mechanism tries to help out. It is gonna be virtus.pro with that control. It is just insane. Like, they've got hexes and impales and telekinesis and vacuums and everything that you can dream of. And that is just insane, as we have got that one. That was actually an NTH Prophet going down. Telekinesis at 4. Why are you here? You're dead. No chance to get away. No Tidehunter. They are in serious need of some BKBs. Because that would actually be making quite a big difference right now. Because that control that virtus.pro has. And as I said earlier, I mean, they need to have the mid game. Well, right now, I don't know what virtus.pro, what no Tidehunter can do to stop them. They have a lot of counter push though, so they will be able to turtle, but these kind of team fights, no Tidehunter, they don't stand a chance with a team fight of virtus.pro. And now the big team fight, what am I saying? It's just a Darkseer with a Darkseer wall. I mean, it's pretty big still, but you know, there's no real, like, there's no RP or anything like that. But their control, just to make sure that basically telekinesis on one, hex on another, impale on another, and then Earth Spike on the other. That's 4 heroes shut down, so you can kill off one. Yay! Shut down 4, kill off the other one, rinse and repeat. Well, at some point they're all dead, but virtus.pro with that control, that's just something that no Tidehunter doesn't have. They've got a shackle, and we have seen some good shackles, don't get me wrong, but that's the only real disable that they really have. I mean, the Sprout is there, but if you're gonna be in a team fight and you place a Sprout, the vision is not gonna be removed. If it's a ranged hero, still be able to be attacking, and of course we have got 3 or 2 heroes that can still do things. And well, 3 actually. I will also count Nyx Assassin because he can just impale still, as he's gonna go for Aki. Sentry Ward out shackle! Nicely done by EGM. Here comes the resto. It is gonna be Airman that's gonna try to do something against this. Goes for Aki, actually TPs him. Light helping out. It is gonna be Team Mott that still drops Aki though in a lot of trouble. Void Silence helping out. Shackle latches EGM. What am I saying about lack of disable if all you need is those shackles? Shackles is the name of the game, and this was overextension from virtus.pro. They shouldn't have gone for this. They paid for it, and they will pay for it with the tower going down as well. They were 2 towers ahead, now only 1 tower ahead. And EGM with the shackles, with the anticipation of, well, helped out by the sentry, I guess, of placing the sentry, knew when to expect what, and basically got themselves that tower for his team. Nicely done, and Aki didn't die, surprisingly. Even with Airman coming in, thought he could just take that kill and back off. And even if he would have taken a kill and not back off, it would still not have been worth it. So it's quite interesting to see that play from virtus.pro. But that's, I mean, the whole part of Dota is of course knowing when you're ahead and when you're not ahead. And virtus.pro, I think they kind of, well, misjudged that one. Kinda. Losing their carry and their solo mid. Big kills also for virtus.pro. Necronomicon picked up by the Nature's Prophet, gonna be able to split push even faster. I mean, we've seen him in fights. He's just been coming in at the back end of things and just, you know, shooting stuff, etc. And we've seen him picking up solo kill on the Rubik. But he has been split pushing as well, even though you can't really see that with the tower. But he is gonna be able to do that a lot more safe now that he has got his his Necronomicon as well as the Shadow Blade, most importantly, able to get a bit of an escape. As we still have the Gem of Crew set up on the line, who actually went for Boots of Travel rather than for Blink Dagger, which is quite interesting, but I guess that's something that you want to be doing if you have got that mobility. I mean, even if Lion is by himself, Airman can TP in. Nyx Assassin might be there with Vendetta. There's split push potential there for no time, so it might be slightly, well, it will still be there, but it will be a bit more risky. Especially with that Gem of True Sight, Shadowblade not going to be safe. Roshan, by the way, in case you didn't pick that up yet. Taken down, not contested by no Tidehunter. They know they can't take a team fight like that, so that is going to be the reason why they just let that slide. Oh, nice ward snipe off. Who cares about ledges and stuff, right? If you got a dagger. There's Loda's got himself the Fuser Blade level 2. Got himself drums. We already saw the drums, so with 2800 gold. Let's see if he's gonna go for that Manta style. Manta style would say like split push. Heart would say fighting. I think split push is gonna be the call though. Well, we'll find out. Maybe still BKB. I mean, with that control, might be the way to go. BKB is actually gonna be the one for S4 though. I mean, that's no surprise there, as we're gonna be seeing support AGM not having that much, Aki not having that much. Just everything a support probably would have had around this time. With Bulldog, of course, fairly farmed, as we still see him on top of the net worth charts. Let's take a look at virtus.pro, as we have got the Vanguard up on Airman as well. And I say as well because also Darkseer has one. He also got himself a 4-staff. And he has been getting his mechanism, of course, we already saw that. And he actually is the one that hasn't died yet. He is the only one that hasn't died yet. That is very good goings for him, and that's the reason why he's, of course, so high on that list. On, not this list, but this list for his team. He's the highest on net worth. Sorry, I'm trying to rotate through lists here. I hope you're appreciating it, because it's, I don't know, it's not an automatism for me yet. I just have to actually think about it when I do that. That's something that I don't really think that much during casts. Oh my god, I said it out loud.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Let's just go with the game, be in the game, be the game. See, and now I totally took myself out of the game, so I'm thinking, and I'm sounding stupid. Yep. Anyways, virtus.pro, bottom lane. I think they might be looking for a team fight. We know that that Airman can just TP himself in anytime he wants to. So if we see 4 around the map at the same place with virtus.pro, we know that they might be looking for a 5-man fight with the initiation from Hunt, providing a lot, not just the vision of all the heroes, but the chaos that it makes. It is pretty big initiation spell. I mean, it might not be a Ravage or an RP, but the chaos on itself, and as we already saw, I mean, if Aki gets picked off there, he is gonna die from almost an illusion on itself. I mean, he's gonna have to run for it away from the illusion. He can't just stand there and tank it. And that's something that virtus.pro is gonna be able to use very well. It looks like they're gonna siege the tier 2 continuously. Illuminates and power shots though. The turtle potential of no Tidehunter is strong. Very strong. And in the meantime, they're getting split pushed on the top lane with, of course, Phantom Lancer loaded, pushing the lane out. It's going to be Spectre that's going to try to continue counter pushing there, though, or at least going to try to push the lane back again. And it looks like virtus.pro not really getting anything done in this bottom lane. Oh yay! They got 135 damage done to the tower, guys. Rejoice! It's going to be all worth it at some point. Spectre top lane, and those illusions though, they're so annoying. You have to kill them, you don't get anything in return for it, and they're actually going to be going in for this. Blade forward, Impale, Mana Burn, Aki trouble, nice shackle though. Oh, wow, Aki, they really didn't like him. They pick him off and they back off. Maybe with that they're going to be able to get the tower. Aki cannot buy back. Don't think it's needed though, and power shots and the Treyons, as well as the Necronomical units, might be able to be enough here. And it's actually, look at that, Spectre, completely depleted of mana. Can't Hunt right now. Well, you already used Hunt actually to go in for that one. They didn't get what they wanted. The back off for no time was fast enough, but completely depleted of mana means mostly that she can't stand there anymore to defend the tower. It's gonna be KSI's job now, and I mean, tower already down to below half HP. That is huge. Sentry wards being placed everywhere. This is just virtus.pro keeping their control. Even in the later stages, wanting to control that Radiant jungle. As we have Airman picking himself up the Sacred Relic, so he's gonna go for that Radiance. Same build that we saw Loda doing when he was playing the Spectre on Friday. And of course also, I mean, it's been a while for me since I've actually seen Spectre seriously picked up rather than just picking him up because they could. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think you know what I mean. Like, yeah. But yeah, and when we still saw a lot of specters, the Radiance of course was a very big item pickup for him to have, for those illusions that can just burn as well. Talking about illusions, EGM, windrunning himself away from one. He's probably gonna be going for more control upon the next sheepstick, maybe the one to be it for next. Whoa. Wow. Guess they thought it was the real one. He thought wrong. BKB ready up on his full bulldog, having himself the Necronomicon level 3 already. 600 gold in the bag, and we'll be farming. Surprise, surprise. What's the courier going to? Recipe of the Heart. So this is gonna be fighting. And maybe even like, I said like heart for fighting. Manta for split pushing. Hans, wait a second. S4 pops his BKB though, gonna be fine for now. He's actually chasing away a lot of virtus.pro. TP's himself out with that one. There's gonna be Bulldog that's still gonna land his proud power shot to go through as well. And virtus.pro just getting harassed, and Airman already completely out of mana, and he might actually go down to illusions. Gets steers forward. Loda though, he is on warpath right now. Has got a heart. He has got no fear for anybody. Has got another lance to throw out, but that is it for him. Look at what I was saying earlier from the Manta style for split pushing and heart for fighting. It might even be that he just picked up a heart because he knows that virtus.pro probably wants to fight and just wants to be ready for it, not necessarily not go that much for split pushing, because of course split pushing, we already saw it earlier, he can still do that without the Manta as well. Might be going faster with the Manta, but it is a heart indeed. As KSI still not dying yet. 3,300 gold in his inventory. Let's see if he's gonna go for Shivas or something like that. As we have got ourselves a pause. Like, I wonder what because no time hunter, they can't see anything right now. You know that, right? Like, there was a change with the pauses that if you were the team that paused, your camera can't move. You can't select others. You can't check inventories. That kind of stuff. Like, I wonder if they would have said something like, okay, hold your camera, or be wary that I'm gonna pause, so make sure your camera is in the spot where you have a nice view. We have a pause with the, okay, just a sec, it's called, not really anything else. Then again, they can't really see anything on the map right now. Like, if you look at the radiant vision, actually that's this one. No, they don't see anybody. Everybody is missing on the map for virtus.pro, well, on virtus.pro side for no Tidehunter, as we see the map for virtus.pro. It's exactly the same, just vice versa. They do have a sentry or so, but I don't think that scouted anything out the way it's standing right now. But they will be seeing 2 heroes soon again, as that is indeed the case. Loda as well as Bulldog coming in, and they're looking to be pushing hard, and instantly already we've got KSI and Smile heading there as well. Tier 1 tower of course still standing, Lance is hitting. Tier 1 tower is gonna drop, they have to give this up. Can they do it with the tier 2 as well though, because they're gonna have 5 heroes soon as well, and it looks indeed like no Tidehunter done playing nice, want to fight, have a heart. Can do that. Sentry being placed, there is of course still the Gem of Truth set up on ars-art, so not gonna be doing that much. Illusions and Treons. S4 looking for an opening. It's got the BKB, so can be a bit more ballsy than that. TP incoming also for Tame My Wild. We'll pop the Spike Carapace, so actually getting stunned up, but everybody from No Tidehunter already backing off. The siege has been enough. They actually got the tower down pretty low, considering they weren't actually in range of the tower almost the entire time. And they got a couple of TPs out, wasted virtus.pro's time, but knowing that Illidan was still farming in the meantime, is not something that you can't really afford. Like, you can go for a siege, that's fine, but if you know that your opponent's carry is still going for that, and they're gonna go for Bulldog. He pops his Shadow Blade though. Is he gonna be fast enough? Because Smile, he sees him, he has a gem, and he is actually gonna be able to get away fast enough indeed. Nicely done, and that's of course a combination that I said earlier. Not really a hunt or anything like that. Oh, Shackle doesn't latch. They want to go for this though, but they can't anymore. Not with that Shackle not latching. Nice nice response time from Airman. Gonna be following Smile inside the jungle and continuing his farm there. But yeah, I mean, just with the Lion TPing in, where he's needed for a gank. Nicely done. Still interesting to see that he didn't actually pick up a blink dagger, as we heard both yesterday and the day before that, with one with EG Beatis and the other one with Grant saying you kind of need to have a blink dagger, but then again they do have a Nyx assassin with a blink dagger, so the initiation is there. Oh yeah. See, I forgot to rotate the scores. Shame on me. I actually gave a suggestion to Valve to have an option where you can have all the sets rotating every 10 seconds or so, but not implemented. Not implemented, sorry. We've got an S having the Ghost Scepter, so a bit of survivability against the harassment that comes in us, and I guess mostly also from Night Stalker, as he's getting impaled on the bottom lane. But Tame My Wild, hey, he changed his name. When did he do that? Interesting. TP incomings. They might be going for that sentry ward goes down. Hello? Hello? Lances? TP out? He can't TP out. Oh, never mind, he can't. Hello, Void. And that is gonna be the kill. Nice kill for S4. Wow. That was a mess in terms of speech bubbles, I would have guessed. Goldgraph going the way of No Talent. No real surprise, they are having the upper hand right now, and mostly in control of where to farm and the speed of which they are farming. virtus.pro more looking for stuff and not really finding it, and that's a big deal right now, as we do have them trying to go for Roshan. No Talent, that is. Gonna be something that virtus.pro knows is going on. They've got a board up the high ground, so they saw them walking there. And no word there for No Tide, even though they're full with sentries and not full with observers, unfortunately for them. And we're gonna be seeing if they're gonna be able to take this, or if they're gonna be able to contest this. And hello, Airman, he jumps himself right in there. There goes the Haunt as well. It is gonna be Aegis up on the Spectre. Darcy of all vacuum. The Bulldog taking a lot of harassment. More sentry wards going down from EGM because they're fun. And it is gonna be nobody dying, because dying is for the weak, and that is gonna be a weak Fountain Land who buys back. Still gonna be a kill up for S4, who picks himself up a Lion, but that's not a worthy kill. But it's a double kill for Illidan. Airman picking them up by the bundle, by the pairs. It's got himself the Aegis snatched. Didn't get the last hit on Roshan, unfortunately for him, but snatching the Aegis is enough for now. It's of course a great feat to have, knowing that you're now immortal basically, and picking up 2 kills to boot with that, and only losing a Lion in return. More importantly, forcing out a buyback of the main carry of your opponent team, who is still gonna be pretty rich, but not as rich as he was before. A big fight with virtus.pro, a very big fight. The question is, what can they take on the back of that? As I don't know about sentry wards. I mean, they're just looking cool right there. Yeah. TP in for the top lane. KSI still on his way there as well. Has indeed picked himself the Sheever's guard. It's gonna just be defending though, nothing else. The rest of No Tyrant are already backing up as well. 4.9k gold up on Bulldog.
Uproot you.
That's a lot of gold. Let's see if he's gonna go for BKB or something else. See if we find some new items up on these people, shall we? Nothing new on the side of No Tyrant, basically. Well, the Vlads on Night Stalker is gonna be nice. Not just for him, also of course for Load, and just the aura it provides generally. So pretty nice indeed. We're gonna have the gem, not on the Lion, because Lion went down. But Rubik has it now. I mean, S4 still went down for that, so couldn't pick up the gem, couldn't destroy it either, apparently, as we have got KSI. I mean, that's a new item, Sheever's guard, and more boosted travel. Wow! virtus.pro, they know that they're being split pushed, and they're just gonna fight fire with fire. Maybe not by split pushing, but at least as soon as someone's split pushed, well, there can be a lot of heroes right on there very, very soon. Airman, of course, with the Hunt. TP incoming from the Lion as well as from KSI might be enough, and we might also see the same thing coming up from the Nyx and the Rubik. Even though Nyx on itself is a very versatile, very mobile hero, of course, with the End of Vendetta and the Blink Dagger already, so maybe he's going to be able to be there as well. As a Spectre, he finished up as Yasha as well after the Radiance, which we already saw. And other than that, nothing. We still see Tame Wild building towards his Scythe of Vice, as the Scythe of Vice actually done. on Bulldog. So no BKB, just aggression all over. Let's see who's going to be sniping off with that one. That's of course the first thing that you want to do. You have got, right when you pick up your set device, you've got the surprise element. Right now though, he's not going to be, well, virtus.pro can actually see his inventory right now. Question is, do they want to, or are they just going to be bottom pushing the tier 2? Because that's what it looks like right now. With still Spectre farming in the mid, he can haunt himself out at any time.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
And then there's going
is
to
under
be
attack.
the tower on the top lane going down still. It looks like tower on the bottom lane also going down. So tier 2 for tier 2.
Tower has fallen.
The push continues. Actually, Admiral Bulldog, he's not giving up. He's going for it. As does virtus.pro though. They're going as well for this.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Spike characters is going to be starting up backing,
Dire's top
but also
tower
going to be
is
clearing out
under
the quick wave.
attack.
And the next quick wave
Dire's
is there, but they need to
structures
TP
are
back.
fortified.
So you know what? Look at this push. Vacuum in there, and that's going to be creeps going down. But look, yeah, the tower already taking quite a bit of damage there. Loda, Manta style ready, 1700 gold already there as well. And that's, by the way, old tier 2 towers down on the side of virtus.pro, with still 2 tier 2 towers standing on the side of No Tide. With the gold graph going still in their favor, 12k gold. And the experience graph, I wish my hotkeys didn't change all the time. Oh, what are you doing there? Oh, he blinks himself away. He doesn't want to get caught out. Experience graph is slightly in favor of virtus.pro. They picked up the later kills, of course, with the Roshan going the way of virtus.pro. But the difference is minimal, and if we look at levels, we see that there's two people level 20, with level 20 and 21 up on No Tide, so the difference indeed not that big. But the biggest difference is Aki, who's been dying 5 times already, and he's just not been able to get all that much experience because of those deaths and him dying at the start of fights and stuff, so he's still level 10. Well, the lowest level of virtus.pro is level 14, and that's going to be the biggest difference that you see in the experience graph as well. Boards being placed everywhere. He knows that there's a gem up though on Lion, so it's not that effective. There goes the haunt. Where is he gonna go? Actually, he went. Eki. Oh, Loda also, by the way. Shackles. That's gonna be everybody backing up from Oh, Tide. Tail, EGM, trouble, there's silence helping out. EGM taking a lot of burn damage there as well, has to run himself out, will be able to do so, those illusions won't be able to catch up. And it's gonna be Bulldog, trying to split push. Every time again, when there's gonna be a fight, Bulldog is gonna be on the top lane pushing as fast as he can, as hard as he can. Just to get himself just to get his team a bit of momentum, and of course to force virtus.pro back. The more often he does that, at some point virtus.pro will be starting to wait until No Tide Hunter goes in. And by the way, you know, I hope you're sitting comfortably and everything, because for now, this is not going to go anywhere yet. We still have the fights that have to happen with buybacks. We haven't really had those yet. We had a buyback from Loda, but he's got a buyback again already. We had a buyback, of course, when the Roshan went down, but maybe it's gonna go real fast when there's that one fight that goes one way and everybody buys back and dies again. But if you look at the lineup, it can go still either way. And it will really also depend on the split push, and with the mobility of virtus.pro, the split push is not gonna be as effective because it puts travel etc. there, and you know, it is gonna be still not over yet, and I think both teams know that they're just continuing to try and get the momentum, trying to get the farm up, and of course in the meantime the Aegis has already been vanished again up on Airman, so it is gonna be the next Roshan that is. Did the clock change? It looks like it's bugged. Oh my god, it also doesn't know how to deal with summertime. But yeah, this is the one that's still to go. Like this. And that is that's about 2.5 minutes, but I don't know why it slides in like that. Oh well. Awkward. Anyways, doesn't matter, you know what the clock says. 2.5 minutes for Roshan. 2.5 minutes for fight. Maybe. Hart gonna be the one that for S4 to go for as well. Picked himself up the Reaver. Of course, the longer the game goes, the more important those supports are going to be as well to play a bigger role in those fights, especially the Rubik. Like, we've not seen too much of the Rubik yet, as they're going to actually go for this guy right here. S4 in trouble, turns on his BKB, Shackle, latches on Tame Wow. Bulldog's ulti flying through, a very fast Piglet flying around, Blinding Light trying to help out Bulldog, trouble, Bulldog trying to run, won't be able to though, goes down, and that is going to be at least 1 kill on the board for Virtus.pro, with a very low S4 at least getting saved. Bulldog actually buys back though, tower will still go down.
Tower has fallen.
I guess that was as good as a fight as any that you're going to be asking for. Haunt being used once again.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Fairly short cooldown that has, of course. 4,400 gold up on Loda. With the sheepstick being built up by the lion. Like I said, those supports, they're gonna be more and more important. And if you see a lion going for a sheepstick, you know that you're gonna be sitting here for a while. And the question is, can Spectre out-carry a Phantom Lancer? And I don't even think it's gonna be coming down to that, because it's gonna come down to the split push and to the captaining and when you go in and when you not go in. But in theory, it would be quite interesting to see a one-on-one man fight between Illidan and Phantom Lancer. I think Phantom Lancer might still win. Even though with an evasion now. Interesting. I would like to see that. I would definitely like to see that. But I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. Loda is gonna be split pushing. Bulldog is gonna be split pushing. And the Airman is gonna be farming. He's gonna be going for a butterfly, by the way, with of course that Talisman of Evasion. Let's see who's gonna be going for the MKB first. If it's gonna be the Night Stalker, I'm actually like, is he actually gonna go for the heart? I think he is, but he might actually be just having the Reaver in there and then just go for something else first, like a heart, or maybe even a Basher or something like that, or an Abyssal. Wouldn't be too bad to have it. We have got the Nyx Assassin. We already saw him building towards the side of the Vice. Now has got the side of the Vice and got himself Boots of Travel, because Boots of Travel is the new best thing, as there's Boots of Travel up on a lot of people. 3, that is, and a Haunt on itself has Boots of Travel in the way. So NS, when are you gonna go for the Boots of Travels? Let's see, no Tide on Turf. They're gonna go in for this one. I think they should. I think they might be needing to try this. Illuminate's gonna fly through already, and Virtus.pro actually backing off a bit. Dagger gets thrown out there, just so that Airman can have a safe escape path. That's his escape path right there. But they know that there's nobody trying for Roshan just yet. Dire side have got that board up.
Top tower is under attack.
It's tough though.
Dire's
like,
top tower.
If Virtus.pro goes in first and goes for Roshan and no Tidehunter forces out the fight, I think no Tidehunter is going to be in favor, and vice versa as well. If Virtus.pro goes in second, they've got the chance to get all the control that they want, and they will be able to win the fight. And that's going to be probably resulting in no Roshan until someone gets picked up or something like that. Until someone has a clear advantage, which for now is not the case, as we do have the courier. What's he bringing? We have got Bulldog picking something new up. It is going to be the BKB ready. The control. They finally want to control the control. I know. It is insane. And Bulldog continues to farm. Orchid being built up by KSI, interestingly enough. Oh, unless we're gonna see a Darkseer with a refresher. Like, if you're gonna be up against 2/3 semi-carries with and a Phantom Lancer, and a Nature's Prophet, and a Night Stalker, and you're gonna be knowing that at some point it's gonna come down to one big ass team fight, then you wanna have 2 Darkseer walls. That's gonna be great, because you've got like zillions of illusions, and those illusions from the Phantom Lancer make their own illusions, and you know, illusion heaven, illusion everybody. And Butterfly also up on Loda, so that's gonna be Butterfly versus the Butterfly at some point, as we have got 4k gold upon Spectre. But we're kind of missing the MKBs to deal with those butterflies as of yet. Though we're probably going to see both of them going for that. I mean, the drums can still be sold on the Phantom Lancer, with the Spectre still having the drums in his inventory as well. And a bit of illusions bursting out, or forcing away some support. By the way, it is a 52-minute game, and KSI hasn't died yet. Yeah, 52 minutes, no death on the suicide solo lane, up against a Nature's Prophet. Not too bad of a lane. But still quite nicely done for KSI, not letting himself get picked off when there's so much picking off potential there, as Bulldog is gonna be getting haunted, getting hexed, getting impaled, getting killed. There he goes. It is Illidan that picks up the kill. Spectre now 3,900 gold.
Thank you.
And Bulldog, I mean, he just bought back. He can't do it again. It's on cooldown. No, it's not on cooldown. What am I saying? It's just too expensive. Not on cooldown. Time goes fast. Time does go fast. Shackle! Trouble. Now the buyback from Bulldog. Land's gonna hit, and that is gonna be Lion. He's gonna be picked up. Darkseid roll still went down. It's gonna be nice. Second looking for another opening. Is he still gonna go for KSI? KSI! No! No! Keep your live streak. Run! He is running. Good. Shackle though, up on Airman. He is the one that's gonna try to get away. Won't be able to do so. EGM's power shot sealing the deal. And Ines running himself away. This could be an opening for Rax. And if not Rax, it would be Roshan. Team Wild gonna come in from the side. The TP out was already back towards KSI. Buyback from Spectre. That's all that No Tight Hunter wanted. Now they can't go for Roshan either though. Maybe they still want to go for this. Knowing that the line is still on death cooldown. Then tower. Without anybody getting up in the high ground, already dropped so fast. Purification goes. Of course, the tier 3 on the top lane is already dead, and No Tight Hunter, they actually back off. They're going to be pushing the top lane out again, or at least Bulldog is, because he can. Gonna be waiting until the BKBs are off cooldown again. It's the next Roshan, by the way, also is gonna have cheese. It's gonna be an important one, but they don't seem to want to go for it, unfortunately for us.
Illusion.
KSI staying alive. 54 minutes. Was some clutch play, but you know, he lived. Illidan died. Might not be a worthy trade, but everything for a clean slate, right? Everything for those numbers. Team My Wild gonna be going for Bulldog here. Let's see, he has a gem as well, so the Shadow Blade won't be able to help out. The Hex is there. Is there going to be enough damage though, is the question. Impales. Oh, now there is. Hello, Illidan. Welcome to the fight. And that is going to be him popping his BKB. They still see him though, but he is not going to be able to get interrupted anymore. By the way, one thing that I didn't mention yet, but which is something that, I mean, I hope you already realized that. The Haunt actually scouts out the real Phantom Lancer. Because it doesn't teleport to illusions, so you know exactly who the real one is. So in fights, that's a big asset if you want to shut one down. Which in this case they definitely can, because they've got that much shutdown. Shackles gonna be latching up. Oh, Smile, he goes down. There's gonna be EGM still getting stunned up, and Ness, some trouble, pops up. Pops a Ghost Scepter. Illuminate flying through as well. And Ness is still gonna go down though. KSI's Darkseid roll not doing enough. And this is a lot of illusions, trying to fight off illusions. But it's all good. Illuminate flying through vacuum. Loda, some trouble for him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And that's gonna be tower going down. Team of Wild coming in from the side, thinking maybe about doing something, but can't really find an opening right now. As the barracks are gonna be picked up. I think No Tight Hunter. With that fight, with the two supports out of the way, the two control heroes. They're gonna be helping out here. Maybe they can keep holding on to this. Another Darkseid roll goes down, and Shackle does not latch. And Illidan wants to go for that. Bulldog, he goes down. Now Loda is going to be the target that they want to have, or not, or they back out of their own base and want to try to go for more with the S4 getting himself out. Loda, he gets himself, tries to get himself away now. Now they know who's the real one. Impale goes up. Do they have the damage? So look at that tanky. That Heart is really working out the invasion as well, and he finally goes down, but there is a buyback. The middle racks, top racks did not go down. Middle racks did go down. But No Tight Hunter, not there yet, and virtus.pro hanging on in this game, even though, I mean, they still have to take a tier 2 tower down. The thing is about a game like this, though, one team fight in favor of virtus.pro could also mean the end for no Tidehunter. It is, it can turn around so fast. Nothing is set in stone. Roshan might actually be the one that virtus.pro is looking to make the difference with, knowing that there's not going to be a buyback on the Nature's Prophet. This could be theirs, and Roshan, I don't think it's going to mean a fight definitely going the way of virtus.pro, but it will definitely help them out quite a lot. We see X4 taking a lot of harassment here, and the rest comes in actually. They want to take him down. The BKB gets popped. Illidan's actually still out of mana. Doesn't matter, they still chase him down. There goes a nice body block from Tame My Wild. The BKB run out. Finger of Death, that's a kill. And Loda, I'm not sure what he was doing in here. They're of course trying to help their carry buyback actually from S4. Lance is hitting. No Tidehunter thinking about still taking this fight. 5 seconds until Elmer Bulldog can be here again. Roshan is being forgotten for the moment. There's a Shackle Legend, Tame Wild, and there's a Gem of True Sight on the floor. And all of a sudden, Loda free reign again with his Doppelblock, and the Shadow Blade of course also helping out again for Bulldog, as we have the buybacks coming out from virtus.pro. They need to also defend their top lane with the Seed Screeps just bashing on those racks. They should be able to take it down in time though. Unless they're not going to be focusing them, they should still be on time. Should be on time. Roshan goes the way of no Tide after that fight. Even with all the buybacks happening on the side of virtus.pro. They're forced to defend their racks. Gonna have priorities, and now this is basically a margin of error for no Tidehunter that they should be able to use to get the top racks down with not too much issues. Especially now that they have the bottom lane pushing in as well, so forcing virtus.pro to split their defenses.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And with the Gem of True Sight in the hands of no Tidehunter, Tame My Wild will, actually, he still has his own Gem of True Sight. Or he has a new one, I should say, because it was not his own drop. But he won't be able to go in from the back anymore like he did earlier. Silence up, they just want to run up the high ground, can't do that. There's the Honto, want to go for someone. Darkseer Wall goes down. It is S4 that's BKBing and running himself out. In the meantime, Airman still going for Aki. Aki gets force stopped out of there as the Phantom Lancer still gets the tower on the bottom lane with the split push. That is just illusions. Powershot goes through an Ice Impale and Finger of Death. That's 4. Aegis is popped. Bulldog goes down. His BKB is not going to save him from Airman. S4 back up again. Now going to get chased. Going to get an Impale. His BKB already on cooldown. And that is going to be the end of him as well. Double kill on Illidan. But the tier 3 tower going down. Can they do more though? It's gonna be Bulldog, gonna be going invisible, doesn't matter. Tame My Wild has a new gem. Bulldog can't get himself away, gets himself, hacks into a frog, and will be going down in the meantime on the top lane. Airman is not done yet either. He is still fighting against EGM, Loda, and Aki. He is like a one-man army right now, fighting against a one-man army of himself. But with that burn, he is able to do this. He can do this. He's totally out of mana, but that's what you expect from fighting against the Fusible Blade Illusions. But they get the wreck still, and that is the most important thing. Fighting off no Tidehunter, and successfully so. Like losing a tier 3, is not good. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely not good. But it could have been so much worse. This could have been game. It is a 60-minute game in which KSI has not died yet. That's something that doesn't happen every day. I don't know when was the last time I saw someone in a 60-minute game that didn't die. When the refresher, we saw it already being used, of course, we saw it being built as well, and now has 3,900 gold left again. And it is quite, it's nice because Darkseer is known as an initiator, of course. He goes in, places the wall, vacuums, etc. Or, you know, he's a tanky hero. And being a tanky hero, or I don't mean that he's tanky, that he's super tanky, even though he is with that Vanguard, but then not dying is pretty nice for him. Sorry, I keep pointing it out because it just, I don't know, it doesn't really happen. Nice blade mail up on Airman. It's a cost-efficient item for sure, especially if you're gonna be aggressed on that much.
Structures are fortified.
Tier 2 tower, the last one standing on the game, still 60 minutes in. I mean, it happens. It's gonna be taken down here as the Haunt goes up. They want to go for this, maybe. Tower still goes down. They at least force everybody back inside their base. That is it for now, though. virtus.pro, do they really want to go in here? Power shot sends them on their way. Tame My Wild hanging around here. They know that he's there, though, because there's a gem up on EGM. The gem that Tame My Wild dropped earlier. And virtus.pro, they stick around. They're waiting for the next creep wave. Gonna be having a surge up for Tame My Wild. He blinks himself in. Spike Carapace goes for EGM. And they want to go for this EGM. It's gonna be vacuum frogged and dead. Killed off. S4 looking for a kill on his own though. Gem on the floor. Well, of course, we need Gem forced after the low ground. KSI puts up his second Darcy. Won't take my while though. Goes down. More gems on the floor. Happy times for everybody who likes gems. It is going to be a loadout that's going to be taking a lot of damage. Look at that! Look at that boy. He's fighting against himself right now, and he is actually going to be on the verge of getting burned to death. It is 13 HP that he has left, and they're base diving this one. They need those kills. They can't let him regen, but they have no choice. They have to go for the tower. They have to go for those barracks. But they are still 4 left, but they are all very low life, and they haven't been able to kill off anybody. Apart from EGM at the very start, but he bought back. And they back off. But what a fight that was. Everything was used on almost all the sites. And that is gonna be a crazy fight in which the Darkseer didn't die. Oh, nose. Oh, Darkseer. Run. Oh, nicely done. Surge Frog. Gonna be able to pick himself up. And Ness still goes down though. Courtesy of Loda. KSI. What can he do right now? They probably he goes in. He surges. He pops his Sheever's guard. He's getting shackled. I'm just gonna follow KSI for this fight. He's staying alive. His team comes to the rescue. Airman actually going down. And this is no Tidehunter on the fight. Buyback from Airman because he can. 3 dead now on the side of virtus.pro. No Tidehunter. Gets a GG cold. Gets a GG cold. KSI staying alive for 63 minutes over the entire game. virtus.pro though, no Tidehunter though, getting the kill. Of course, the Rax also went down with the pushes coming out from all sides, and it is no Tidehunter that is victorious. But this was only game number 1. This is the best out of 3 to decide who's gonna go to the grand finals. It is only game number 1. We'll find out in game number 2 if virtus.pro can force out a game number 3. Or if no Tidehunter is going to make it 2-0. Stick around for that. If you want to support me, you can do so by following me on twitter.com/SheeverGaming. You can of course also check out my website SheeverGaming.com, where you can find all the VODs of all the games of all the casters. So make sure you check that out, as well as of course all the matches of today and tomorrow and WhoCast. But stick around for game number 2 though. It will be hopefully a good one as well. And don't go anywhere.